So hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our midweek reading. I am burning my Palo Santo for those of you that have been following me for a while. It is my favorite masculine scent that I use to cleanse my cards and my table, and I call in my guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Please bless my space, bless me, bless my cards, bless my viewers. If you are unfamiliar with how to pray and how to call in an open sacred space, you can use Mother Mary, you can use Archangel Michael. But I highly recommend calling in guides to help you with whatever you are doing, whether you're asking for assistance in your life, you're asking for help. It is so important to make sure that we're getting the messages from a higher power and from a higher, I guess I should say this, not all beings on the other side are elevated. They're not all on a certain level. So you can call in a low vibrational spirit that will trick you into playing the lottery every single day for like 3 months and you lose so much money. There are those lower vibrations that will do that. And maybe that's because they were a soul that did live here on earth and they had a gambling addiction. So there's certain energies in the other world that are not always high vibe. So you always want to call in the highest, I always like to say the highest and whitest light. You could always say angels and guides are the highest truth and compassion. That's always a good one to say too. But my mentor taught me that early on. She's like, Michelle, if you're going to open sacred space and you're going to channel and you're going to allow things to speak through you, she's like, you want to make sure you're doing it with the highest and whitest. So, and that's why I like to use Palo Santo too, because Palo Santo repels any lower vibration. And a lot of times you have to say, lower vibrations are no longer welcome here, only the highest and whitest. Thank you. I'll walk around my house and that's how I cleanse my home. If there's a lot of people in my home at one time, and then they all leave, I'll take my Palo and I'll go to my front door and I'll do my front door and say, all lower vibrations, you must leave immediately. And when you command your space and demand them to leave, they have to. It's the rules of the spirit world. Okay, so quick little lesson on that. I am in my bathing suit because I took a break from the pool and I'm back doing this. So don't mind that. I didn't feel like getting changed just to do this reading. But I got a new book recently. It's called 365 Ways to Raise Your Frequency. I have not read a single page yet. I quickly scrolled through it at the store and I was like, I could use this for page pulls. So let's start off our reading for this weekend and see how we need to raise our frequency. Angels and guides of the highest truth and compassion, please bring us the best message we all need to hear today. Okay, we have page 204, or number 204, black. It says black is indicative of self-sufficiency. It's an authoritative color of control. People who wear a lot of black like being in control and do not easily give up their personal power. Alternatively, some people who wear black are trying to blend in and not be noticed. Black is often used for protection. Thank you, guides. Because it keeps negative emotions such as hatred, jealousy away. It can ground you and in some situations make you feel invisible. People who are sensitive, such as highly emotional people or people with psychic abilities, find comfort in black because it calms you and can make you feel more at home in your skin. When black is used sparingly in decorating, it can be very uplifting and classic. When you're using black to increase your energy, you have to view it from a point of inspiration. Add black in small amounts. If you begin to feel isolated and separated from others, or as though you're becoming withdrawn, then you know you're using too much black. To rectify the situation, simply remove some of the black in your color schemes or in your wardrobe. You can also accessorize with vibrant colors to offset any negative emotions you're having due to too much black. Too much black in decor or wardrobe can cause depression, increase fears, spark unrealistic or imagined fears, or cause you to be more paranoid and suspicious. And then there's a little star at the bottom. It says black with bright red is an excellent color combination. And I always say that's why I love wearing red, because I just feel like with the color of my hair, I think it looks really striking and good on other people. So I always like to do it for myself. But how wild is that we picked black, and we were just talking about protection. We're talking about protecting our home. So I believe, and I'm also reading a book about feng shui and how to place, because I want to start helping people decorate their homes, and I want to know about the energy in a home and where it flows and where it gets blocked. And I'm learning so much already. I read like 2 pages last night. And more than 2 pages, but there's 2 pages last night that really hit my heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to write this down and remember it. But having black in little areas, like on my living room wall, I have all beautiful whites and blues and pinks. And then I have one picture that says, this is my happy place, and it's black and it's striking. And I feel like it just grounds the space, makes it classy. By my front door, I have a little magnet on the back of my door. It says, maybe this is how it starts. And that's black too. So I've actually known this about black, and I always try not to have too much of it. In my wardrobe, I maybe have like 5 or 6 black tops, maybe 2 black dresses. I try not to have too much black, but I also know that it's great for protection. So if you're feeling unsafe somewhere, you can always go get some, I think it's tourmaline is the black crystal. I have tourmaline in all 4 corners of my bedroom. So it grounds my space and it protects my bedroom from lower vibrations. Yes, I believe it's called black tourmaline. So you guys can get that at any kind of crystal shop. You can hop online and order that for yourself. So what a great first message. Totally aligned with what we were just talking about with the Palo Santo. Using black as a beacon to help you repel lower vibrations, and using it to observe, oh wow, I'm wearing so much black and I haven't been feeling good. Everything holds an energy. Don't forget that. Okay, so we're going to start with, and I just saw at the bottom of the deck, within 2 weeks, we're going to start with my Micah Magic deck, and we're going to see what we need to hear. Well, hello. What we love to hear is money's on the way. Follow the signs, step into the new you. Money is on the way. And I just heard somebody needs to practice doing an intuitive day. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it on my channel. If you have not, an intuitive day is when you wake up and you don't have a plan, and you trust yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do, to step into the new you, to do things different. Sleep in, don't wake up as early as you normally do. Break any kind of patterns, do things differently, make people wonder where you are, make people wonder, pull away from social media and just give yourself a break and just tune in to what you want to do when you want to do it. And this allows you to step into this new version of yourself that you've never done that before. And this card for me is so simple. When I teach my clients how to step into the new you, they make it seem like it's so hard. They're like, well, I don't know who the new me is. And I said, well, that's what we got to find out. And what we do is we just only have to stop doing what we used to be doing. And that's stepping into something new. So it literally could just be changing your eating patterns. It could be changing where you're going, changing the street you're driving down. So when we're stepping into a new version of ourselves, we're not really having to make like big leaps. We're literally just not doing what we used to do. So, and we have follow the signs. So I'm going to ask Spirit, what does that mean? What are we following the signs for? Is that for the intuitive day? What do my viewers need to hear about following the signs? Okay, we have the Sun card. Yes. It says a time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, and gratitude to the divine. Okay, so when I just read brilliant epiphanies, I just heard that that's going to come when you're on your intuitive day, when you're out there not having a plan and letting spirit move you and making decisions, choosing food by what feels good in your body, and only talking to people that light you up. And when you are in a conversation that's not lighting you up, you politely decline and walk away and say, oh, I'm really busy, I gotta go, or I gotta take this phone call. You're only surrounding yourself with good. And normally when you're on an intuitive day, the universe is only going to bring you people that are a match to you. But brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities. You're going to get these quick little inspired thoughts and actions, and you're going to be like, I want to go do this, or I want to create this. That's the sun card. It's you're being the sun. You're all of a sudden stepping out of your old routines. You're creating space to do something new. And all of a sudden you're getting all these downloads and ideas. And I have a lot of clients who come to me and they sit on Zoom and they're like, Michelle, I have so many ideas and I don't know where to begin. I don't know what project to start first. And I always tell them that they are so intuitive that they might be getting downloads of what they're going to be doing in 6 months. So they don't have to take action on it today, but you can just write it down, jot down the memory of, oh, on, May 18th, I had this idea to create something. And what do you know? On October 15th, you end up creating it. So you can see that there's lag time. There's time between when you get the download to when you actually are meant to start it. Because we're not always meant to do the downloads as soon as we get them. It's just like little breadcrumbs. So don't put pressure on yourself to have to do everything when you start to get these downloads and these signs. And the money on the way could be that money that could be coming in October, but you keep getting signs right now in May that you're going to get money, but sometimes there's lag time. Sometimes it takes a couple months, and that all depends on your soul's path, the lessons that you're learning, your vibration. Are you working on your vibration and doing the vibrational work? I've posted so many manifesting videos. I have playlists on my YouTube channel, so you can go under and look for money manifestation, manifestation readings. If you go into the manifestation playlist, I have videos about vibrational work and how to do that work to get that money to come to you quicker. And it really is resting a lot, exercising your body, putting good food in, exercising your meditation practice, and just understanding the science behind when your body and your nervous system is not activated, everything is coming to you 100 times faster. So just remember that statement. When your nervous system is not activated, that means you're walking through your house completely calm. And I'm going to give you this example. Last night, I went to Barnes and Noble and treated myself to a couple books and a deck of cards. Oh, I have to get that deck. It's in my bedroom. Actually, I'll do it in the next reading. I got an Abraham Hicks deck of cards. But I had this moment last night where I was like, Michelle, you are so allowed to receive good. You are so allowed to go to a bookstore and buy as many books as you want. And I just kept saying, I'm allowed to, because for so long we restrict ourselves and we say, oh, I only have this much money. Or when we grow up, our mom says, oh, you have 5 minutes in the store, you got to pick out what you need and get out. And I just was like so free in that moment, being like, I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and there's no pressure. And the only pressure that I was feeling in my life was for me. It was, I got to manifest this, or I got to pay my bills, or I got to manifest a partner, or I'm single and I'm not happy. And it's the complete opposite. I love being single. I love my freedom. I don't want a partner right now. And then tomorrow I might say something different, but right now it just feels so good to be able to do what I want when I want, because for 40 years, I was not. I was bound by a schedule. I was bound by other people's needs. And for the first time in my life, I'm not in my grief and I feel good. And it almost feels like that's the message for all of you, is where are you restricting yourself and telling yourself a story that you have to do something? Maybe you don't have to do it. Maybe it's just a restriction that you're putting on you that you've been conditioned to do your whole life because other people did it to you. And now it's time to break the cycle. You're breaking free from this idea that you have to work really hard to receive good. You don't. You can rest as much as you can. I was laying out at the pool the other day and I got $4,000 the next day. So it's cool how we can call that money in by doing nothing. And yes, I do have something in place. It might be harder if you don't have that passive income or that opportunity to make money. I have this thing out there that I created that's being sold, a mindfulness program. But if you don't have that, then it might be harder for you to receive money. But I don't even want to say that, because what if it's not hard? What if it's just you believing that money can come from thin air, or money can come from an opportunity that you get an opportunity from the universe to make passive income like me. So then we have two of earth, two of pentacles. He's balancing clocks in his hand, and he has an infinity symbol on his chest. It says we're working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. We were just talking about how you don't have to work hard. You don't. Money can come to you easily and effortlessly, and we literally got the money is on the way card. So I think it really is, there's this bubble in the sky that's just waiting for you to poke it and to say, release all the money, bring it all down to me. But in order to poke it, you have to rest. You have to unlearn all that conditioning that's saying I have to work hard, or I have to do this, or I'm not going to get clients, or I'm not going to be able to do things unless I post so much on social media. Unlearn all of that and truly believe that if your vibration is clear, bright, you're being a good person, you're in alignment in your life, you can call in money from thin air. You can call in opportunities. You can call in more clients. I was on a Zoom the other day with a woman from Israel, and we were talking about how she wants to attract more clients. And I told her, every single morning when you wake up, ask the universe for a number of clients. And I told her, 1 week you might ask for 5 new clients. You look back at that week and say, wow, I got 3 new ones that week. Maybe next week I'm going to ask for 15 more clients. Then maybe I'll get a higher percentage of that 15. So you start to learn what you're asking for and what actually comes through, and then the lag time and how long it takes. And you journal it, and you just keep doing it. You keep asking for more. The universe wants to bring us, the universe wants us to identify, it wants us to notice it. It wants us to thank it. It wants us to ask it for things, whether you believe it's God or your angels or guides, whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying it because it's just what's coming through right now. But when you acknowledge the universe and love it and thank it and ask it for things, you're dancing. You figured it out. You figured out that you are a creator. I'm a creator, and creating is fun. It's so fun for me to lay by the pool and to receive $4,000 the next day. My mind, when I first started doing this, I was like, wait, what? Like, I can rest and I can still receive? Like, it just didn't make sense because we're so conditioned to think that we have to physically be doing something to receive something. And it's so hard to unlearn that pattern, and I'm proof, but I am also proof that you can do this too, and you can unlearn it, and you can call in random money. And sometimes the money for me is that somebody donates on my channel. I put out videos every single day, and people are so lovely that they just drop me money in my PayPal or drop me money in my Venmo, because they're like, Michelle, you just changed my life in that reading or in that manifesting video, or you helped me manifest $100,000 for my business. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't listen to you. You deserve to be paid for it. So it's so nice that we can call in money from random sources if we truly believe in it and we understand that we're creators. And that's the main mission here. We're here to change our planet. We're here to elevate. We're here to inspire other people to love each other more. And we're here to play the game. We're here to learn less is more. And we are creators, and the universe wants to dance with us. Okay, really great message. Loving this already. Okay, let's get some animals, should we? Yeah, let's do some animals. Oh man, this is the magic. This is the unicorn is the universe. It's saying, I always say, are you believing in something you can't see, feel, or touch? So unicorns aren't technically real, but do you believe in the magic? Do you believe in them? Do you believe in their mystic, like the mystic abilities of a unicorn? And there's a moon in the background, and we have a new moon on Friday. So is today Thursday? Yeah, that's tomorrow. So technically this could be our new moon reading. I'm going to put that in the title because I totally forgot. But thank you, universe, thank you, angels and guides, for that reminder. So around this new moon, you're being guided to completely let go of all old patterns. Anything that's blocking you from receiving, allow it in. You're so worthy. And let go of the conditioning that you have to work hard to receive money. You don't. And it's not just about money, even though that's the theme of today's reading. Remember the Sun card. It says a time of great joy and success. But you, in order to achieve that, you don't have to work hard. When I say achieve, in order to reach that state of consciousness, you have to understand that there's thoughts in your head that are telling you differently. So when you're doing the dishes and a thought pops up and says, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill, you say, nope, the universe provides for me. I'm abundant, and the ocean is like, I don't even know how to, I wish I could edit this video. The ocean is our form of abundance. We can go take a cup and grab some water from the ocean. I am totally stumbling across my words right now. I can't think clearly. I'm going to cleanse real fast. Sometimes that means there's a lot of energy coming through. I can hear the birds chirping. That feels good. Okay. We have access. This sounds better. We have access to this waterfall of abundance. We can go take our cup. We can go fill it up anytime we want. So when you're doing the dishes, when you're doing mundane tasks around the house, and you hear this autopilot of this tape playing of thought saying, you're not going to have enough. We can't do this. That's silly. What Michelle says doesn't exist. It's not going to happen to me. It only happens to people like that on YouTube. No, you're going to change your thinking in that moment. You're going to stop that limiting belief, and you're going to say, I am open to the magic. I want to see it happen to me. Why am I the guy or girl that gets everything? I have the lucky guy or girl syndrome. And you're going to shift your thinking in that moment, and you're going to stay grounded, and you're going to stay in a good feeling state. Because if you let your body go into stress mode, remember, if your nervous system is tight, you're blocking manifestations. When your nervous system is relaxed and open, and you're like, maybe I'll put music on while I do the dishes. Maybe I'm going to make my kitchen look really pretty and smell really good after I'm done doing the dishes, because it makes me feel good when I walk by and see my kitchen looking that way. These small details are part of being a creator. So when you're creating and you're manifesting, if you're not going into your daily life and looking at every single aspect and saying, does my house smell good? Is it clean? Have I created space? Am I learning about feng shui and energy and how it moves in a space? Am I moving my body? Am I opening up my energy to other people who are positive? Am I out receiving compliments from others? Am I getting looks from men and women who are admiring me? Or am I saying, stop looking at me, don't look at me? That's you putting a wall up, saying you're not open to receiving. You want to receive the looks, you want to receive the admiration. Doesn't mean you're acting on it, doesn't mean you're a bad person, you're not flirting inappropriately. You know, I was in Home Goods. I picked up a piece of furniture for my bedroom, and there was this man there with his wife and his child. And I was in line, and I had like cute yoga pants on. I was thinking my butt looked good that day. So I'm in line, and I see this guy, he's in front of me with his wife, and his wife kept looking at me, and she smiled like 3 times. And I was like, oh, she's so nice. She must be like, you know, just a really cool girl, not intimidated, not threatened. And I smiled at her. And I noticed when she turned around to the counter, he kept looking at me. And I saw that as just admiration. He's just wanting to be like, who is that? What's with her energy? And now I see it as they're not just looking at my looks, they're feeling my auric field. They're feeling some sort of energy emanating from me, and they're feeling my light. And it's not terrible for him to be looking at me, even though he's married with a child. It doesn't matter. We're humans, and we're allowed to look at other people who have a bright light, or who are pretty, or who are handsome. And you're trying to figure out what it is about them that you want to see more of. Why do you want to keep looking at this person? And yeah, it might be somebody's butt. Or for me, I love looking at a guy's calves or his nice big chest and arms. I'm going to look at other men, even if I'm married. It doesn't mean I'm cheating. It's just you're admiring somebody's beautiful body and their energy. You can do that. You're allowed to. It's called appreciating the experience, appreciating other people and their special gifts and how beautiful they are. And a lot of times I will tell people, you know, as long as it's appropriate. I would never say it, you know, if it's not appropriate. But especially with women, I am always telling them like, oh my gosh, you have really nice legs, or I really love your hair, or, you know, telling people what you feel when you feel it. And that is the energy of receiving compliments and giving. So when you're seeing, there's this one woman I follow, her name's Adrienne Everhart, and she talks about receiving arrows. So anytime a man is opening a door for you, whether he's your brother, whether he's your dad, whether he's a stranger, maybe somebody, the guy at Home Goods helped me put that piece of furniture in my Jeep. And I could feel him watching me as I was putting it in there. And I was like, he's going to come ask me for help. And he came up, sure enough, he's like, hey, ma'am, can I do that for you? And the old Michelle would say, no, 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 that's okay. But now that I know so much about life and about energy and about a transfer of energy between two people, and men love to provide and to give. So why not give this man an opportunity to send me an arrow and to do something for me? And I needed the help because I couldn't get the thing in my Jeep. So here he comes, lifts it up, turns it over, puts it in the back. And I'm just like, I was like, you just did that in 3 seconds. And I was like, thank you so much. And he's like, I'm happy to help. I'm like, I am receiving your love right now. And he's like, well, I'm giving it. And he was like really bubbly and fun. And it was just, I drove away feeling so good. And some people, I just got a vision of like somebody saying, well, you know, that's something my wife or my husband would be so annoyed at, that I had that interaction and that little bit of intimacy, like, thanks for loving me. It's a stranger. They're just doing a kind act. And if you're somebody who gets jealous about that, you're not understanding the meaning of life. And you're in a wounded space of feeling you're in your own lack about love. You're somebody who maybe, or maybe you know somebody that, I don't want to say it's you who's watching, because normally people that are watching my channel are not like this because you've done your healing, you're learning. But if you're at all jealous and feeling like you don't want your partner to receive compliments or love from other people, that's because you're in lack, saying, I want all of that. I want all of that from my partner. But that's not universal love. Universal love is you, and unconditional love is you wanting your partner to be in the center of like thousands of people and them just showering him with hugs and kisses and gifts. And you're watching your partner and you're like, heck yeah, babe, you look freaking awesome. Let everybody dote over you. That's the love that you want to have for your partner and in life. And you can only get to that space when you're whole and confident in you. And it is so important to cheer our partners on and to not be competitive and to not only want their love and not want them sharing their love with other people. No, you want them out there doing their soul's mission and feeling good. And if they're getting arrows for people, hopefully they're coming home and telling you like, yeah, this girl was totally checking me out in the store today. And I'm going to be like, yeah, babe, it's because you're hot. But sending arrows and receiving arrows is a form of letting the universe know that you're open to receiving. And when you're actually having it happen, that's the universe preparing you for a manifestation that's coming. And the girl that I was on that Zoom with from Israel, she was saying that she's had so many guys asking her out, and they keep saying, you know, like, I feel like you're the one, but they're not. But she keeps getting all of this attention from men. And I told her, like, just sit with it. Let it feel good. This is what it's supposed to feel like to be showered by the universe. The universe is speaking through all of these men to let her know that she's in alignment and she's doing good. She's using her vibration in a good way. You know, she's not attracting low vibrational men who are treating her like a piece of meat. They are wanting to take her out on dates. They're wanting to talk to her very, very gently and nicely. So remember that. Receive arrows from all people. If people are looking at you, embrace it. Know that they're looking at you because they're looking at your light and they want more of it. And they don't understand why they can't stop staring at you. It's okay. Don't reject people that are staring at you. It's your light. It's magnetic. Such a good message. All right, we're going to end here with one more card. Let's do, since we're talking about money, let's do my Angels of Abundance deck. Cool little psychedelic look to it. All right, we have moonlighting. Yeah. Okay, it says you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So what are you doing to start living out your mission. So if you're working another job and you're kind of like, I don't really love this, I don't want to do it forever, but I love doing something else. Start doing it on the weekends, start doing it at night. For me, I was a teacher for 17 years. And when I started doing card readings on weekends and on weeknights, I would go to different crystal shops and I would post up. We'd have a little chalkboard outside on Main Street of the cute little town that I was in. And we would do like from a 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and I would be there and we would take walk-ins and people would just come in one by one if they're shopping for plants or crystals or journals, and they would see me sitting there and they would be drawn to my light and be like, who is she? What does she do? Oh, a card reading. Let me go sit down with her. And we would do these 20-minute readings. And that was me moonlighting. That was me getting my name out there. People would walk away with a couple of my business cards. Then my Instagram would grow. And then the community around me would grow. And all of a sudden, I was getting emails and text messages from people saying, hey, my daughter, you read my daughter at this market on last Saturday. Can I book you for a reading party? And I started to get my name out there. So this might be for somebody out there. If you're looking for ways to moonlight, just start putting yourself out there. Go to different, like if you're somebody like me, go to different yoga studios, go to different meditation workshops and offer your services, and maybe even do it for free for a little bit until you get your name out there. Because if it's something that you love, you don't mind doing it for free. I would sit on those readings every night at that market that I was there, and I would tell people, if I had $1 million, I would do this for free all day long. I love it so much. And now I'm doing it for free. I'm doing it on YouTube for free. So I've come such a long way, and you can too, but it starts by moonlighting. You have to like get your feet wet. You got to start doing it little by little, and then it will build. Okay. And your community will then build, and you'll get a great name for yourself. All right, lovies, I'm sending you so much love. And I will be back for another, obviously, weekly reading this weekend. Who knows, I might even feel inspired to do a new moon reading again tomorrow, depending on how I feel when I wake up. Thank you so much for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.